and welcome to the Movie Man channel. I wasn't actually planning on making a video tonight, but because I was quite tired and I'm actually just put on a movie and then I thought I could really go for a cup of tea. So I made one and I thought, well, while I'm having my cup of tea, why not film at the same time? So I just set up on my couch here, just in my usual Blu-ray and DVD area, or just Blu-ray and 4K and just my movie area. So I'm a bit tired, but I've got a nice cup of tea. It is decaf. I always have decaf, thanks to Larry and the good tea bags. So it's quite late for me to do a video. It's 8 o'clock at night. But I am going to Glasgow to work for work tomorrow. And so I'm probably not going to make a video tomorrow night. I've got a few things to do on Saturday. And last night I was quite busy as well. So I'll tell you what happened last night. It's not movie related, but me and my son went a bike ride with the Scouts, and we were going on a bike ride that was about, I would say it's about 30 kilometres, maybe 24 miles, something like that. And we get there to the, because we usually go turn and then turn back. So we got halfway there, we had a nice wee jaunt because it was at Cramond Island. And then about a mile into the journey back, or a mile into the journey back, my chain snapped on my bike, so I ended up having to walk. Well, my dad's is between here and Cramond, so what I've done is I let James go on with the Scouts and I let his mum pick him up, and I walked my bike back to my dad's and put it in his shed, and got the bus back home, because he's on holiday right now, so he's not here to give me a lift home. So I was a bit tired, and I thought, this is all related to today, because every day I try and go out, I'm trying to go out to get a bit healthier on a walk for lunch, and also it is I do like looking at the charity shops when I go out for this like half an hour, 40-minute walk. And I went to one charity shop. One actually, the guy says to me every day. His name's Brian. And we say hi, we say hello, and we have I have a look at the movies. Quite often there isn't any movies, and I just say cheerio. But this time there was one Blu-ray of the 6th season of Grimm for £2. I was like, I've heard of that. My wife watches that show, but let's just have a wee scan of it and see if it's worth anything. Turns out it traded in for £12. So I bought that for 2, went straight up to the CX and traded it for 12, and now I've got a voucher that I can maybe get a movie that I really want to get. But before I got to the CX, I went to another charity shop, and this again is another charity shop I go to every day, and they've got 10 for £1 DVDs. Quite often there's, I've got lots of movies. I mean, like I've got 4 boxes of DVDs, haven't I? I've showed you them before. 1, 2, 3, 300, 900, what's that? 600, 1500 plus. I must have 2,000 DVDs in these boxes. So when I see the 10 for £1, quite often it's not that I try and avoid them these days. If I'm collecting movies, if I'm adding movies to my collection, they've got to be good ones. But for some reason today, I took a glance and I took 10 for £1. Now, DVDs, a lot of people want movies in the best format, and I agree with them. If you can get in the best format, you can. But DVDs still look okay on my TV. My TV's 50-inch, and still look okay, especially played through the 4K player. What DVD did I watch the other day? Actually, it was The Dive, and I've actually got a list of movies written up that I've watched over the last 2 weeks that I'm going to make a video on, so I need to put that on. And the quality wasn't bad on that, so, So that being said, I picked up 10 for £1, and I'll show you which ones I got. Now, the first 2 or 3 I picked up, I thought, yes, I'll take that, I'll take that, I'll take that. But then as you get, there's only like one basket, and as you get down, there's maybe less and less of a choice. So bear in mind, these cost 10p each. So entertainment for 10p. Can you pass that by? I do not know. So let's start off with the first one. let's do it in order. I'll start off with the first one that I've seen. And another chip in the charity shops. You know, I do say check your disc, but when you're paying 10p for them, does it really matter? So I'm watching, well, I'm looking in the charity basket, I'm always looking for the new BFC rating because it's a different colour, which sometimes means the movie's worth a bit more and you can trade it in. So this is what I spotted first. I spotted this one. It's called Pig Killer. It says inspired. Oh, you can't see that, can you? Inspired by the terrifying story of Robert Willie Pickerton, the pig farmer, a prolific serial killer whose horrific crimes shocked the world. And it looks a bit brutal. And that trades in for £1.50, I think. So if I wanted to take that to CX, I'd get my money back for my 10 for a pound. So that's what I thought. But let's check the disc. Yeah, it's pretty much perfect. It's fine. So I took that one because I knew that I could, if I got it, I could trade it in for more than my pound I was going to spend. And then I seen another one with the new BFC rating on it, and it was Yeti. It was supposed to not exist. I'm sure it's terrible. Well, did I say sure it's terrible? These are movies I might like to watch. It says a scientific research team embarks on a journey to obtain a plant that will advance medical research by centuries when they stumble across clues of the previous expedition and the Yeti creatures lurking. I don't even know if these have got Blu-rays in the UK. They might not. So that was the first two I picked up. Again, let's check the disc while we're on camera. Again, pretty much perfect. There we go. So I took those two. And I think people had been there already scanning through the basket. So there you go. And then that's when I thought, right, I'm going to have a look through more here, because if I'm going to get two, I've never actually asked them if I could just buy the two, if it was just 20p or that. But I never do that. It's a pound for charity, you know. So I took another 8, sorry, and let's see what we got. Oh, the next one that caught my eye was this one, and it actually looked quite good. Again, The Rig. Fear from the darkness, fear for the unknown, fear for your life. As a hurricane ranges outside, the small, experienced crew of the deep sea oil rig settle in to ride out the storm. Again, pretty much perfect. So I'm doing okay for the first three. Then I thought, right, these are three that I like. Is there any that, you know, I could maybe get value out and trade in? And I've seen this one, which is Rawhead Rex, which I've never actually seen. Arlene says it's a good movie. Don't you, Arlene?
What?
You say this is a good movie.
When I watched it years ago, I don't know if it's a good night, but it was years ago.
I haven't seen The Future of Horror. It's Clive Barker, Stephen King. And actually, when I said I didn't check the disc, because I was going to be traded in potentially, I did check this one and it had a couple of wee bits on it, but it was alright. But I say Arlen says it's quite good, so I might just keep it. Sometimes the past should stay buried. Oh. What else did we get? Oh, it's mainly horror, so somebody was obviously a horror fan. This one's been in the 3 for a pound in the Heart Foundation. It's been in, yep, and then it's been into cancer research. But I picked this one up because it's James Spader, the original Daniel Jackson from the Stargate movie, and I quite like him. And it's quite young in it. So let's take the... Not that I'm going to keep the cases on these, unfortunately, because I say I've got to store these. But I might just watch them, trade them in, or digitalise them. We'll see. So I picked that one up because it had James Spader in it. Is this disc in good condition? Pretty much, yeah, it's alright. Shadow of Fear, and that's definitely one I've not got in my collection. Harrison French is faced with losing everything when a big money deal collapses and things are about to get worse. A night on a deserted highway, his car hits and kills a man desperate to avoid more trouble. French hides the victim's body before fleeing the scene. Again, see another horror one, and I just liked the cover on this one, and it was Dead Silence. You scream, you die. Dare to unlock the deadly curse of Mary Shaw. Does that look like Tom Holland in it? It isn't Tom Holland, but it looks like him on the back. Either that or my eyesight's going terrible. Alright. Hope is that close enough so they can see the movies alright?
Mm-hmm.
My wife says yes. So any complaints?
Blame me, 'cause I can't see anyway.
There we go. And next I picked up this another one which I was scraping the barrel. It says previously banned by the British Broadcast Federation. Curfew. Oh, look at that. It's one of the horrible DVD cases where you can struggle to get them out. This is perfect though. This must be a nasty. Brothers Ray and Bobby Joe have long memory. 7 years ago they were sent to prison for the brutal murder of a young girl. Now they've escaped from death row and are determined to avenge themselves on the men who sent them there. Oh. And this one, Mother Krampus, Holiday Horror, has that classic art now vintage slasher eyes. Again, it was hard to get to for £1, but that I might watch that, and the disc absolutely perfect on it. So there you go. It's obviously like a Santa slasher, that one. This one here had a nice slipcover on it as well, and it's Danny Trejo, Voodoo Possession. But now you can imagine how bad that's going to be. It's actually got a really nice slipcover on it, though. Maybe that's why I picked it up. And again, disc is perfect. Well, I'm seeing less and less DVDs and less Blu-rays in charity shops though, because people used to go to the supermarkets and buy them and then watch them, but they don't do that anymore because they're not sold in the supermarkets, and you'd have to order them and you'd have to do that. So I'm just seeing less and less. And this one here, I haven't seen the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre yet, but I picked up Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation. And again, got lucky, all the discs are perfect. So that is my 10 for £1. Now, if you were starting off a movie collection and a physical movie collection, now maybe you don't have the biggest TV, maybe you don't have the biggest budget, but if you think about that, that's 10 movies, say an average run time 2 hours each. That's 20 hours of viewing, and that's all for £1. Now again, you just need a player, and then you don't have to worry about paying for a streaming service. You don't have to be worried about, can you afford that streaming service at the end of the month, because you've got your 10 movies there, and you can either keep them or you can get rid of them. So right now is a golden time to build up your movie collection cheaply. I've already built my movie collection up, so I don't need to do that right now. I think I must have close to, I'm going to say 1,500 Blu-rays, 100 4Ks and box sets. So that's big enough collection for anyone. But if you are going to start out collecting movies on a budget, and you want to get some, well, there's 10 movies there, and I wonder if anyone in the comments could look and see if any of them are on any streaming services in the UK, or if you are watching from abroad. I know I've got a couple of Australian viewers, and I think I've got a few American viewers. So if you have got these on streaming services, any of these movies, pop them in the comments. Tell me, because I don't think they're on any streaming service, any of these. So there you go. And It would also be nice to know if there are other of you where in the country you're watching from. That would be nice to know. Nice to know if you're watching from the UK, or you're watching from abroad, or you're watching from my hometown of Edinburgh. That would be nice. So thank you very much for watching my cup of tea and 10 for a pound video tonight. And it's probably going up late, so usually when I do that, not a lot of people watch it because it goes up late. But it's there for you to view at your leisure. So thanks very much, guys, and I'll see you next time. And I'll finish my nice cup of tea before it gets cold. See you later.